exciting interview. We are talking to the one, the only, Larry the Cable Guy. Larry, good morning. How are you, my man?
Boy, that's what I call a doggone good intro right there.
Well, I mean, really, there's no other. I mean, Jim Carrey tried with the Cable Guy, but you're the only real Cable Guy.
That's right, get her done. I love Big J. All right.
Exactly. Hey, my man, we are talking about something very important. We are talking about Jingle All The Way 2. Not the knockoff Jingle All The Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but the real Jingle All The Way with Larry the Cable Guy, the new one.
That's right. This movie is fantastic. We were going to originally call it Jingle All The Way 2, Electric Boogaloo. And then I said, no, that's too long. That's too long. So we just went with Jingle All The Way 2. And I told them they should call it Rejingled because it's actually an homage to the first Jingle All The Way. So it's really a different movie. It's not like any kind of sequel because I think, in the first one, all the questions that needed to be answered were answered.
Yeah.
They didn't just jingle it halfway, they jingled it all the way. So we didn't have any more jingling to do. So I told them they should change it to Jingle All The Way Rejingled because it's actually a whole different movie just with the same plot line. But I lost, they won, so it's Jingle All The Way too.
Yeah, you got those studios. Sometimes you just got to acquiesce and let them have their way. Well, what's cool about this film is it's a PG-rated film, so this is one of those movies that you can take the kids to. You don't have to worry about Larry pulling his pants down and farting in a Ziploc bag or anything like that. It's a family-friendly film, right?
Yeah, it's a real good family film. As a matter of fact, I started doing these movies after I did the first Cars movie. I had a lot of kids, and parents would say the kids love what I do and all that. Well, obviously, when they say that, you want to get some product out there that kids can look at. My kids are 7 and 8, and it's nice that my kids want to watch what Daddy does. So, first project I did with Fox Home Video was Tooth Fairy 2, and it exceeded everything they ever had for that movie. As a matter of fact, that movie was one of their best sequel DVD selling films of all time.
Wow.
And so once we did that, we said, well, I'd like to do another one. I know I'd love to do one. My kids are getting older, so I said, I want to do a Christmas movie. Let's do a Christmas movie. So they looked in their catalog, and we found Jingle All The Way, so we kind of redid that. And it's a fantastic movie. And I don't throw the word fantastic around like it's just water. I mean, it has to be fantastic for me to say fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a word Larry the Cable Guy uses all willy-nilly. It's an actual...
No, not at all. And it's a good movie. I've already gotten great feedback on my social media stuff of parents that have watched it with their kids, and they love it. So I think people enjoy it.
Well, that's awesome. It seems like with the, replacing all of these people here. I mean, you Jingle All The Way 2, you're replacing Arnold. The Tooth Fairy, that started with The Rock. Are you going to try to reprise any other classic roles and take over for any other franchises?
You know what? I'm going to do one more. I think I'd like to do another Schwarzenegger film. I think I want to redo The Expendables.
I like that.
And I want to call it The Lunchables. I think that'd be kind of good. So yeah, I enjoyed making this movie. This movie was done in 3D. 3 days.
3 days.
3 days to make it.
For people that don't know film terms, yeah, 3Ds, 3 days. Very nice. That can't. I was gonna say.
I was gonna put Kate Upton in it and called it Jiggle All The Way.
That would be fun. I would have been even a little bit more apt to go see it if that was the case. But
that's the thing. But I'm going for kids, not DJs.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. I was a little. I didn't know you'd have time for it because I see you all the time, but you're constantly fighting heartburn and riding around on a jet ski. So I couldn't believe you had time to do a movie.
Well, yeah, believe it or not, I did. I tell you what, them Prodicate commercials, they're awesome. That's a good product, too, man. That really works. People say, you really take that product? Yeah, I really take that product. It's good.
Well, I
love it. And the only other product that I ever did was about 5 years ago. They wanted me to promote a vehicle that run on alternative fuels. They wouldn't know if I'd test drive it, so people would see me test driving this car that ran alternative fuels. I said, yeah, sure, but I didn't know it ran on human waste. And I test drove that for 3 days, and I went through the Taco Bell drive-thru and flooded the engine. You believe that?
I've been to Taco Bell. I can believe that.
It was embarrassing. I had to have a buddy of mine come down there and give me a couple of jump farts.
Larry, my man, you're cracking me up.
If you don't think, I don't care who you are, that's funny right there.
It's always hard to do an interview with somebody as funny as you. I've got a few questions here. Cars 3 has been confirmed. Can you confirm if Mater will be returning for Cars 3?
Well, yeah, Mater will be returning for Cars 3. He better return for Cars 3. He's the voice of an entire billion-dollar theme park out there in California, so you know he's going to make an appearance.
And Larry's got kids to feed, so he dang well better be coming back.
That's right.
Exactly. And
it's going to be awesome. I think they're going to. I don't know. I haven't seen the script. I don't know nothing about it, but I would think they'll probably incorporate a lot of characters in it because I don't know if you've ever been to Cars Land or not. But Cars Land out at Disney, Cars Land in Disney out there is fantastic. I mean, it is literally the coolest thing. You literally think you're in Radiator Springs. You don't see nothing but big mountains, and I mean, it is fantastic. They did such a great job with it. So proud to be a part of that franchise. And so you know darn well there'll be a third one, and you'll see a lot of storylines.
A lot of Mater. Well, I want to know, do you recall, Larry, if you've ever been to Billings before doing stand-up?
Yeah, a long time ago I made the swing through. I think I've been through there a couple of times.
You got to come back, because I was going to say, I mean, we've had Ron White on the show, I think, 3 times, because he comes here like every year, and Bill Engvall's stopped through. I don't know if Foxworthy's ever been here, but like we got the whole crew pretty much, but my producer's actually telling me that the last time you were here was in 2009. It's about time for another visit, I think.
Yeah, I've been there. You know what? I would love to come back. I literally am on the road constantly, so I think I've hit all 50 states, 2 or 3 times, so except Hawaii, and so I would love to come back. I'm taking a little time off next year. I'm going to get in shape. I'm about 60 pounds overweight, so I told my wife when I hit 50, I wanted to start chilling out a little bit. I don't want to miss a lot of kid stuff, so. My kids are 7 and 8, so I'm going to take the first 9 months. The next year off, I'm not going to tour anywhere. I'm going to shoot another movie. Of course, I'm doing some commercials, but live dates are done till October, and even when I pick them back up, I'm going to slim them out. So,
okay.
Next time you see me, I'll come out there to Billings. I'll be 60, 65 pounds lighter. You might even recognize it.
I like it. That's what we just had Frank Caliendo out here. I don't know if you know Frank, the comedian, but he just lost a ton of weight too. And it's like, yeah, he had to tell. None of us believed it was even him.
Yeah, he's a funny man. He's one of my favorite comedians. I just think he's so doggone funny. And his impression of me is pretty dead on, too. I'll give him credit. He does a good Larry the Cable Guy.
He's got that down. Well, Larry, I know you pay attention to a lot of stuff. I just saw you on Fox News. I know you're big into politics, probably a little sports. Do you have a prediction who's going to the Super Bowl this year?
I'd say a team from the AFC will meet a team from the NFC.
I think that your wisdom cannot be argued with, Larry.
I think the Packers look unstoppable in that offense, so I'm pretty sure one of the teams will be the Packers because that offense is crazy. I mean, they've scored like 50 points, 3 out of the last 5, and almost 50 in the other 2. I mean, they're averaging over 40 points a game, so.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. I think they're going to make it. Well, Larry the Cable Guy, everybody, you laughed your butt off listening to him. You're going to laugh your butt off with your family and enjoy it when you watch Jingle All The Way 2. We'll look forward to Cars 3. We'll all go out and buy like a year's supply of Prilosec for somebody on our Christmas list. Support everything about Larry, and we're going to get Larry back here when he's done taking some time off for the family, and we'll look for you in the Lunchables, the new Expendables movie.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
We'll look forward to it. Larry the Cable Guy, thank you so much for taking time for us. Best of luck with everything, and hopefully we'll talk to you in the future, man.
You got a Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year, and Gator does.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.